got little kids, you know, and they miss their mama.
A vigil tonight for a missing Central Kentucky woman as her family pleads for help finding her.
What could happen to Kentucky County clerks who don't issue marriage licenses? A legal expert gives us some perspective.
We'll take you to the opening night of a festival in Lexington that's expected to draw thousands of people through the weekend.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Good evening. We're getting a much-needed break from the storms tonight, but it looks like they will not be staying away for long.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has an early look at your stormy forecast. How about it, Chris?
Yeah, pretty easy forecast to make right now, guys. Each and every day, just throw thunderstorms into the forecast. It's going to verify somewhere across central and eastern Kentucky. Interesting setup out there this evening. We've got a front that is draped across the Ohio Valley, and what we're looking at here is one of the ways we measure the moisture in the atmosphere. Anything above 70, you kind of get a tropical feel. Notice how we have a dew point temperature of 72. Lexington, tropical. To the north, though, some out-and-out comfortable air. Not getting into Kentucky, though, with that boundary, keeping those temperatures into the mid and upper 70s, even some low 80s across southern Kentucky, yet it's 59 in Chicago. Forget about that kind of air getting in here anytime soon. What that boundary is going to do, though, it's going to touch off additional rounds of showers and storms. Not seeing a whole lot out there locally as of now, but look what's going on into parts of western Kentucky, or getting close to western Kentucky, across the Mississippi River counties, southeastern Missouri, southern parts of Illinois. It's another line of thunderstorms that will weaken a bit as it makes its way into central and eastern Kentucky as we go into the first part of tomorrow. So more thunderstorms are on the way. I'm not sensing over the next 48 hours widespread, just wall-to-wall showers and storms. We're going to get them more scattered tomorrow than certainly the past few days. Still, any storm that goes up with a heavy rain threat as the tropical air continues. And guys, speaking of heavy rains coming up here in just a bit, we're going to put in perspective just how wet things have been around here for the summer and the year so far.
Chris, thank you. They're not giving up hope that she'll be found safe. Tonight, family and friends of a missing Nelson County mother held a prayer vigil for her.
35-year-old Crystal Rogers hasn't been seen since Friday. Her family says they found her car abandoned on the Bluegrass Parkway with her purse and phone still inside. Monique Blair talked to Rogers' family in our top story at 11.
Bring her home, you know, just bring her back to us.
35-year-old Crystal Rogers was last seen last Friday evening. She has been missing ever since, and the search is on to find her.
We've searched rivers, creeks, woods, anything we can find. We've searched the entire BG. We haven't come up with anything yet.
Crystal's 2007 maroon Impala was found along Bluegrass Parkway Sunday, abandoned with a flat tire. Her purse, her phone, her keys, and diaper bag still inside. Crystal is the mother of 5 children.
She's got little kids, you know, and they miss their mama. Her little boy's at home, and she's never been away from him.
A prayer vigil was held Wednesday night in an effort to bring hope and comfort to Crystal's family. Crystal's mom and dad are offering a $40,000 reward to anyone who offers information that brings Crystal home to them.
We want her.
Crystal's mom, Sherry, tells us the Nelson County Sheriff's Office is staying tight-lipped about their investigation, but say the Sheriff's Office did tell them Crystal's last phone call was made on Friday at 7:16 p.m. But that information still left them with more questions than answers.
But only the time, not who called her or who she called, you know, who she may have called.
Crystal's parents say they will not give up hope that their daughter will soon come home to them.
If she is watching us, she's not out there to where she can just come to us. If she's out there, it's against her will.
In Nelson County, Monique Blair, WKYT.
The Nelson County Sheriff says Rogers was last seen with her boyfriend. He says the boyfriend has been very cooperative and helpful with the investigation. New tonight, a power outage in Lexington, leaving thousands of people in the dark. KU saying that a bad insulator in a substation near Richmond Road caused the outage about 8:30 tonight. At one point, nearly 3,200 customers along Richmond Road from Fontaine to Mount Tabor were without power. Lexington police brought in inverter boxes to run the traffic signals. Power was restored to all customers about 10 o'clock tonight.
Since the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationwide, we've been telling you how some Kentucky County clerks have stopped issuing marriage licenses because of the ruling. The governor says he's going to let the courts decide the issue, even as tonight dozens of county clerks ask for a special session to address it. But we wondered, could county clerks lose their jobs for refusing to issue marriage licenses? New at 11, Garrett Weimer talks to a legal expert.
As the controversy continues, we've learned that 57 county clerks, that's nearly half in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, sent this letter to Governor Steve Beshear saying their duties as a clerk are now at odds with their beliefs. The issue's in the national spotlight after this video quickly went viral. It shows an eastern Kentucky couple denied a marriage license inside the Rowan County Clerk's office. Clerk Kim Davis faces a lawsuit from the ACLU. Other county clerks also continue to refuse licenses, some to all couples, others to same-sex couples only.
It is a direct violation of my First Amendment right, and that is my right to religious freedom.
Governor Beshear said Tuesday that the courts would deal with clerks who don't issue licenses. A UK law professor tells us that's really the only remedy.
So there's no boss there that can just say you're fired. Right? We sort of assume that the electoral process will just take care of elected officials who refuse to do their jobs. But that's a problem if you want to get married and you're a same-sex couple and you have a right to get married.
Bari says those who would want to get married would have to seek what's called a writ of mandamus. That's basically a court injunction against the elected officials, a court battle that could take months or maybe even years. At the state capitol in Frankfort, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Casey County Clerk Casey Davis says he wants the governor to move marriage licenses out of county clerks' offices and onto a state website.
The National Weather Service has confirmed that a tornado did briefly touch down in Fleming County last night.
The EF0 tornado had winds around 80 miles per hour. The tornado damaged a barn and knocked down trees along Maysville Road, not far from Flemingsburg. One man told us he saw the tornado.
When I walked out of the barn, I could see it crossing the road and going up that hill, and you could see something spinning and stuff flying around in the air.
Emergency managers in Fleming County say no injuries were reported because of that tornado. New tonight, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is taking steps at Wolf Creek Dam to prevent flooding downstream. Parts of the Ohio and Mississippi rivers are at flood stage because of recent heavy rains. So the Corps says it has significantly reduced the amount of water it releases from Wolf Creek Dam and other dams along the Cumberland River to lessen the flood risk. The Cumberland River flows to the Ohio River in western Kentucky.
New tonight, police are looking for a driver they say ran off after causing a car crash that injured two people riding with him. It happened late Monday afternoon on Highway 229 in Laurel County. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says the driver of a Dodge Neon lost control, causing the car to run off the road, go up an embankment, and hit a tree. Deputies say that one passenger, 18-year-old Miranda Lawson, was thrown from the car and had to be airlifted to a Tennessee hospital. They say a second passenger had less serious injuries. Deputies say the driver will face charges when they are caught. Richmond police tell us they've arrested a man for a violent robbery. Over the weekend, they say 45-year-old Samuel Voorhees got into an argument with a woman over money at a home on Hillside Avenue. Police say the woman told them Voorhees grabbed her around the neck, hit her multiple times, and cut her. Police say Voorhees ran off and the woman was treated and released from the hospital. They say they arrested him yesterday and charged him with robbery.
A technical problem forced the New York Stock Exchange to stop trading for 3 hours today. Stock exchange leaders wouldn't say what caused the problem, but they described it as an internal issue and not the result of a breach of its systems. The Dow closed 261 points lower after trading resumed this afternoon. United Airlines also had a computer issue today that grounded flights for several hours. The future of a foundation created by Subway pitchman Jared Fogle appears to be in doubt tonight. Yesterday, the FBI and police raided Fogle's Indiana home and seized electronics. It came months after then executive director of the Jared Foundation was arrested on child porn charges. Fogle has not been charged, but Subway has suspended its relationship with him. Fogle created the Jared Foundation to help children overcome obesity. A phone number to the foundation was out of service today, and its website was also down.
Despite some wet weather off and on today, the Creation Ichthus Festival has kicked off at the Kentucky Horse Park. It's the first time in 3 years the festival has been held. It's billed as the nation's largest Christian music festival. Organizers say they have something for everyone.
And so we're excited to be able to produce an event for the whole family, with children, with adults, with teenagers. We have events for tweens, as well as late night shows with movies, as well as all kind of dance parties and such as well.
The festival continues through the weekend at the horse park. Organizers say in case of storms, they do have a plan in place to evacuate people to a safe place if needed.
Tonight, Baltimore's mayor has fired the city's police commissioner, saying ongoing questions about his leadership are a distraction as crime soars.
The announcement coming hours after 3 people were shot to death near the University of Maryland's Baltimore campus. The city's homicide rate has soared since riots broke out in April after the death of Freddie Gray while in police custody. Baltimore's mayor said that Police Commissioner Anthony Batts was not doing enough to fight crime.
It is clear that the focus has been too much on the leadership of the department and not enough on the crime fight.
Now, there have been 155 homicides so far this year in Baltimore. That's a nearly 50% increase over last year. The city's deputy police commissioner will lead the department for now.
New tonight, police are trying to figure out what led to a deadly shooting outside a Louisville business. It happened near an auto detailing shop on Valley Station Road this afternoon. Police say a 29-year-old man was shot to death. His 25-year-old brother was also shot and is in serious condition in a hospital tonight. Witnesses say the 2 men may have been wrestling over a gun before it fired. Police say there are no outstanding suspects in this shooting.
New tonight, Bluebell is about to begin a trial run of ice cream production at one of its plants. The ice cream company has not been making ice cream the last few months because of listeria illnesses linked to its products. But Alabama's health officer says that the company told him it will do a trial run at its Alabama plant later this month. The ice cream will not be sold. Instead, state health leaders and Bluebell will test it for any listeria.
Tonight, historians are weighing in on the future of some statues of Confederate officers in downtown Lexington. As we first told you last night at 11, Mayor Jim Gray asked the city's Arts Review Board to look at the placement and presentation of the John Hunt Morgan and John C. Breckinridge statues. He also wants the board to review a historical marker about a slavery nearby. Historians say it's an important debate.
What is the function of these statues? I think that's something that we really need to probe and think about.
The Arts Review Board wants feedback from the community. It's expected to make a recommendation to the council sometime in the fall about those statues.
An Anderson County family has won a national contest, and now their home is about to receive quite a makeover. The Wakefield family won $50,000 from the HGTV show Fixer Upper, which stars Chip and Joanna Gaines. The family is already making plans about how they want to change their home.
I'm going to buy new appliances, and we will finish the addition that we're working on. Well, it's a restoration kind of thing. We got started on it, and we have to go very slowly because we have to pay as you go type of thing. Now we'll be able to finish that.
The Wakefield family tells us their home is at least 100 years old. All of us are thinking, what would we do with $50,000 to fix up our homes?
I love that show, Fixer Upper, and they can do a lot with $50,000, that's for sure.